floor for questions.
I had to take a quick breath because this is such a surreal moment to be back in a place that gave you everything. You learned a lot about yourself, championships, friendships. It was a lot to come back to, a lot to hold in. I tried my hardest to hold it on the floor, but my little one just, made me kind of lose it. But I'm so appreciative of Katie and Purdue administration for allowing this to happen. Even though I'm such a competitor, I wanted it to not be about me. I wanted our kids to continue to grow and get better as they did today. But not to be satisfied with that, because that's the ultimate competitor in me. But it means something to be able to come back and be a part of this and coach on the floor that I was a player on for 4 years. So truly, truly indebted for Katie and Purdue University for giving me an opportunity to come back.
Yeah, just how long was this in the works for you to be able to do this?
So it's always fun. You have conversations during the summer. We talk about scheduling, because that's the time when we all talk to coaches. Hey, you need a game? And, I said, Katie, I would love to come back, but make sure it's not in December, because I don't want to be traveling in snow. So, so Kelly and I got together, moved around some dates, and this was great to be able to come back on the weekend to have some former teammates, have family, to be able to come back and do this. So we've been talking about it for some time, and was waiting for the opportunity to be able to release it. And I thought Purdue did a very good job of just promoting that. I thought it was incredible.
Yeah, you kind of touched on it, but I mean, how hard was it to make it about basketball and try to, be the coach of UT Arlington today?
It was tough. It was tough, but it's the business. I mean, my dad told me I need to really lock into the game. He's still doing the same thing, but and I told our kids it's not about me. It's I've done everything I needed to on this court. It's about you all and putting you in a position to be successful. It was not the outcome that we wanted, but I do feel like this team grew against a young and up-and-coming Purdue team that's going to be really, really good under Katie and her staff. And so we want to continue. I mean, everybody that knows me, Kyle's in the back, he knows how I schedule, and we schedule tough to be prepared for the WAC conference and know how to win on the road. And we're also trying to blend new faces and get our core to continue to keep growing. So each game is about growing. You don't want to lose, but you got to lose the right way and continue to get better from it.
You guys were kind of able to prevent them from really opening the floodgates for at least 3 quarters mostly. Kept chipping into that lead. I mean, what was allowing you guys to do that? I mean, were you happy with the fight that your team showed?
Yeah, absolutely. I think what it was for us is that we were able to reverse the ball, get downhill, and be able to kick and knock down shots. I thought that helped us. I thought defensively, changing the defenses against them was really good for us. We played scrappy tonight, and they played, took on my mentality, I think for the most part this game. Most I've seen, since we've been playing. So that was it. But, free throws and, again, understanding possessions matter. And we've had some crucial turnovers that, cost us. And so we got to continue to keep learning from those things and not making excuses.
Any thought of wearing a headband and high socks, or just didn't go with the dress?
I have not been, dressing up, and I just felt like this was, something that was important to do. I almost did put on a headband. My kids were talking about me so bad, like, why are you wearing a headband? I at least thought my mom would at least wear it, because, that was the thing too. But I thought about the socks. It's cold, for sure. But, it's, you start to think back to, like, why did I do that? But I know it was signature. It's even from the number 50, why I chose that. I told our kids, I started in middle school, I wanted a big jersey. I didn't want a small jersey. So the bigger the number, the bigger the jersey. And so I said, well, give me the biggest number you got. Because, I needed it. And it's a unique number. It was unique for a player that was small but played big. And so, that was big for me.
Do you get a sense, not just with this year's team, but as long as you've been there, that your players are kind of taking on your personality? Because saw things today that when you did when you played.
Yeah.
But do you feel like that process is, it's probably always ongoing, but are you seeing it more and more with your players?
Yeah, today I thought that I saw it more than what I have. Again, teams are, they're doing a good job of scouting us. We haven't shot the ball, well. And, I told our team, when we start to hit shots, then it starts to open up the floodgates and we become very tough to defend. But I thought they were scrappy. I thought they didn't give up. They hit some big shots, big threes towards the end that opened it up for us, that we had to take some chances because we were in the hole. But, I think it's, for me, it is the discipline. You don't always play, you don't always have to make the shots, but are you disciplined enough to stick with the game plan? And that's where we are right now as a team, is learning that piece. And I, without a doubt, don't doubt that our team is going to turn that corner. We've been through a gauntlet. We've not been at home. Again, like I tell them, we're not going to make excuses, but we want to continue to show that we are improving. I'm not going to give in. I'm not giving in on that. They're going to continue to keep working on this.
We've heard a lot from Katie just on what you meant to her for her career here, but what has she meant for you, not only during your brief time at Purdue, but also in these last 2 decades as both of you have kind of got out in the coaching world?
Yeah. I would honestly say, Katie was probably the first freshman to come in and challenge me. Even though it was a senior to freshman duo, and I thought she took it personal to say, okay, I'm going to make you better. I know you're an All-American, you're all this, but she came in and she really, really took it under her study to be better. And it showed after I left. Always been humble, always gave me credit, which I never asked for. Everybody knows me. I'm not ever one to talk about what I've done. But she has always embraced it. She's always talked about that. But I think it's more so than anything, just the person that she is. And she is the right person for this job, and I know she's going to continue to turn this around. And now we're giving back to student athletes because we're serving leaders, and I think that's probably what's humbling and fulfilling. Christy had a heartfelt moment with us earlier today. She wanted Katie to win 2 quarters, and then she wanted me to win 2 quarters. I don't even know if that worked out for us or not. Now I got to get on to her about that. But it's just fulfilling that she made it happen. And that's because she's my teammate, she's my friend, and I love her for that.
Coach, can you describe 2 minutes before game time, that hug, and then the standing ovation you received?
Trying to hold your emotions in, as a coach, because you don't want your kids to really show it. But I just said, hey, this is the one time that I deserve that, and the fans, our fans here are just amazing. The support, like the crowd was unbelievable. And it was heartwarming for me. And I'm truly indebted to our fans, and I appreciate them here. And it was everything that I could have asked for and even more. The last 24 hours, 48 hours was rough because, you're hearing from everybody. Your kids get to see who you were as a player. Those highlights were amazing. So whoever gave those was awesome. I'm glad you picked those highlights. Because it didn't just show me scoring, it also showed me playing defense. So that's the thing that I want them to kind of take back with that. But it was everything that I could have asked for and even more. So I'm thankful for today, and now I can kind of relax a little bit and get ready for the next game. But it was a lot. It is a lot. But I thought that our kids did a good job of handling it.
Coach, what principles are you trying to bring with this team that you really learned and gained being a player at Purdue?
It's like I talked about with Mike. It's a discipline. I approached. One of the things that people didn't get to see behind closed doors, how I approach practice every day. Mike probably would know that. I approached practice like it was game. My mom and dad taught me that because games come easy to you, and that's what I'm trying to coach and teach our kids is the discipline. Because I had fun no matter what, because I was prepared for it. It's preparation. And that's what I'm trying to get this group to understand. Yeah, I may have not played a perfect game, but I'm telling you, when I needed to get a big stop, a big rebound, I was going to be able to do that because of how I practice. And so that's what I'm trying to work with this group is that, every day, I can't motivate myself like I can't give it, but I can be disciplined to do the work because it's hard to be motivated every day to do those things. But if you're disciplined and you know what your expectations are, it's easy to do that. So that's what I'm trying to teach them. Do 18 to 23-year-olds get it all the time? No, because I didn't always understand it. But I love this group and I love what I do. And that's what's fulfilling for me because, again, I would never trade it in for anything in the world.
Another question about the emotion. You downplayed it the other day when we were talking. So there were some tears.
Yeah.
I mean, how just the fact that you get a standing ovation. You said it. You deserve that because this is the first time you've been back in front of the crowd. And your daughter's there, your little one. Like just the emotion when it actually happened compared to maybe the lead up to it.
I think God probably would have handled it better if my daughter Lennox didn't come out because I think it's a full circle. She obviously doesn't know what's going on. And she said, "Mommy, that's you." And I think I just lost it, because it's my little one, and I'll get emotional about it because it was, it's fulfilling. I love what I do. And I don't disrespect the game because I gave so much to it, and it's giving back to me now, and I'm giving back to my little one. She might not even bounce the ball ever, and I'm okay with that because she's going to be proud of her mom. She's going to be proud of her, and I could say I got a degree from Purdue. I think that's probably the fulfilling piece of it all. That I worked through this and that the accolades, it's amazing, but that was the teammates that I was and that staff that was a part of, Christy all the way down to Katrina Merriweather, to all those coaches that were there, so I'm indebted. And I think that's the thing is that my little one got to come back and be on that floor where Mommy played at. So if she wasn't here, I probably would have not done it as much to tears, but she just big old smile, and she probably knows that this was a big moment for her, and it just had to. And she kind of wiped my tears, so that was nice too.
All right, one last question. Since I already know, because I already have the inside information, what's the post-game meal for the UT Arlington?
Bruno's, yes, we do have Bruno's, and our kids, they're like, "What's Bruno's?" I said, "You're going to enjoy the pizza." So I do have Bruno's. I'm looking forward to eating it on the bus back to the airport. May save a couple of pieces by the time I get home and take it with me, but it's forever home, forever be a Boilermaker at heart for sure.
Different location now.
Yeah, for sure.
Just one more. Your players. I mean, I'm sure they know who you are, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm not sure if you've had a chance to talk with them about it or if you've got any comments. But I mean, did anything dawn on them with just how much you meant to this school and this fan base?
I think it dawned on them when they watched that, when they got to hear the crowd. Like they were shocked. But we started the scout on Purdue, and my assistant coach, had a picture of me on the scout, and of course it's, "You got a headband on, coach? You got high socks? What kind of shoes are those?" And I'm like, "Y'all think I played in like the 50s and so wearing Nike? Like, guys, come on, like, what type of Nikes were those?" I'm like, okay, and they see the videos, say, "Oh, you're an All-American, you're 3-time," but they don't know what that means to be a 3-time All. I said, "Guys, you don't know the era who I played with and against, and at that era and that time. Some amazing athletes at that time I was playing and who I was playing with. So they don't know, so you're trying to teach." But I think they really kind of figured that out once everything like that happened. So, but you know how kids are. I think there's a couple that get it, and they'll kind of move on from this, and we will. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm still Coach Reek, and they're going to play how I want them to play. They're not me, but they're going to take on my personality. Thank you all. I'm forever grateful for you all.